Have you ever wondered why your video stopped getting views after the first 20, 30, 50 views in the first 24 hours? This is not a coincidence. This is not because your video is bad or your editing is bad or your thumbnail is bad or your title is bad or your story line is bad, right? But this is something deeper. And I know this happens to a lot of persons, most especially small channels and beginners on YouTube, right? So you have your ideas, you have your stories, you have your editing, right? Your thumbnail, your title, everything just seems so perfect. And you record, you upload a video on YouTube, and the video just seems to get you 20, 30, 50 views, or sometimes 100 views, and it stopped. Like literally stopped for days. No more views, no more engagement on that video. And you're wondering what could be the problem? What could suddenly gone wrong, right? You even attempt to edit the video again, change the title, change the thumbnail, do a little bit of tweaking on the tags and description. Still, nothing works, right? This has happened to you, I know. And you're watching this and you're like, exactly, that's my experience. Yes, I know. Especially if you're a small channel. Look, in this video, I'm going to break it down for you, right? I'm not going to waste your time. I'm just going to go straight to the point, right? This is not one of those videos where they ask you to do this, do that. It's just not one of those videos. This video, I'm going to go straight to the point and show you the problem and give you the solution. Right. So if you're still here with me, by the way, if you're meeting me for the first time, my name is Dimam, and on this channel, this is actually my third channel. And I've been on YouTube for 3 years now. I've grown two successful channels. This is my third channel. I'm growing, and all I do is YouTube. All I do is show creators, especially small creators, how to grow better, do better, and scale on YouTube. Right. So without further ado, let's go into the video right now. So now, what happens when your why does your video die so quickly? This is what happens because first thing is when you um finish recording and you hit upload, you upload a video to YouTube, right? Now, what YouTube algorithm does first and foremost is it um the video you uploaded appears first um, to the feed of your most loyal audience, right? Your most loyal audience gets to see the video first, right? It could be 10 or 20 persons, right? So now that's very small circle. That is the first circle. YouTube algorithm shows your video to this small circle to your most loyal audience. Now, your most loyal audience are those viewers who um without thinking they just click on your videos randomly, like they just like your stuff somehow, maybe they're your friends, your colleagues, or your business partners, or your neighbors, or your brothers or sisters from from high school or college or stuff. They just happen to like your stuff. They just want to see you succeed, right? So they just click and they watch the video. And also your most loyal viewers or audience watch the video from the beginning to the end, right? Follow me on this. They watch it from the beginning to the end. And in most cases also, one of the activities or one of the you know the experience from your most loyal audience or viewers is that after they've watched the video from the beginning to the end, they most often click like the video, and they also drop a comment because hey, they want to see you do better, do well on YouTube, right? So they are kind, they are being nice, right? So after the very first small group has done their work, right? They have liked the video, they have watched the video from the beginning to the end, right? Now, what YouTube algorithm does is it perceives that okay, since this small circle of persons have watched the video from the beginning to the end, right? It means that the video, it's a bit good, it's better. So the second circle of person should get to see it, because now the first circle has improved the video's impression, click-through rate, has given the video a high average duration, right? Average view duration, right? So, well, I mean, the video is should be like 1 out of 10, right? That kind of ranking, right? So it now moves further to show your video to the next circle of persons who are a bit wider than the first circle. Maybe this circle are um, 20 or 50 persons, as the case may be. Now, who are this next circle of persons? This circle or this group of persons are people who also click on your videos, maybe randomly, but they don't get to watch it to the end. So YouTube algorithm studies their behavior around your video. So it tries to, show it to them also. Maybe they could change their mind this time around. But it show it to this other circle of persons, and they go to see it, and most of them click 2 3 minutes into the video, they click away. Right. So if 90% of them click into the video and 2 3 minutes into the video they click away, or in most cases 10 or 50 seconds into the video they click away, right? It sends a wrong signal to the YouTube algorithm to say that this next circle of persons do not like your video. In most cases, it is the small circle of persons that determine if YouTube will keep pushing the video or not. It is not the first circle, because the first circles are your brothers and sisters. They don't have a choice than to support their own, right? So they have to watch the video from the beginning to the end, like and comment, and in most cases they can also share, added advantage, right? But it is the small is the next circle, the second circle, that determines whether YouTube will push the video further to a wider audience or not. So if the second circle do not watch the video to the end, if a majority of them does not watch the video to the end or like the video after they have done watching and commented on the video after they've done watching, YouTube algorithm will not recommend that video to a wider audience. That is what happens. It is the reason why you put up a video, 20%, 10% in the first 15 to 20 hours will watch the video, and some will comment and like, right? And it ends there. The video is as good as dead. It happens to a lot of persons on YouTube, right? Some persons are confused. They don't know what the problem is. They have been, trying to re-edit the video, do a little bit of tweaking on the video, but it just stays stuck, right? So that is what happens. So it is that second um group of persons that determines whether YouTube will continue to push the video to a wider audience or not. So if the behavior of the second group of persons isn't good to the algorithm would not recommend the video. Because as much as I know, one of the best things that can happen to you on YouTube is having YouTube recommend your videos um without just favors you. When the algorithm favors you, YouTube recommends your video just like that, then just go to sleep, because you're doing something good that the algorithm likes, right? Obviously, the first group of persons are good with your videos, the second group of persons are good, the third groups are good, so they like it, so YouTube will keep pushing it. And the more people watch it to the end, like it, comment, share, the more YouTube algorithm will keep expanding your reach. To keep expanding your reach to other persons to also experience your video. And the more they like, watch, comment, share, the more other persons will like your video also. So it automatically sends a signal that this video is a good video. People like it. You are bringing solutions, right? Just like what I am doing. You're bringing solutions. So, in all you do, I am not here to tell you uh, script better, do better thumbnail. I mean, this is not a video for it. This video is specifically addressing why your video dies too early and how you can fix it. Now, this is what you're going to do. Now you've understood why that happens. This is where it gets even more interesting and gets better, right? So, if you've watched to this point of this video, this is where your solution lies. Don't click away. Stay with me, right? So, let's go in a few minutes, right? So, now that you've understood that it is the second group of questions that determine whether YouTube will push your video or not. This is what you're going to do. And I'm not just telling you this from paper. This is also what I have done to my other channels that, it's really helped, right? It improved my views and retention and all that. Now, first thing you must understand, the YouTube algorithm does not is not really interested in your views, right? What YouTube algorithm is really interested in is your retention. It's viewer satisfaction, right? How long your video is able to keep the viewer on the app, on the platform. That is what the YouTube algorithm is interested in. How long? Because if a viewer comes click on your video because your thumbnail is good, right? Your title is good, and it clicks. And in 30-50 seconds, they click away. The algorithm will be angry, literally speaking, right? That you are not keeping people on the platform to watch your video, right? So it's not really interested in your views. Now, because if someone has 500 views, but with a very high retention rate, right? YouTube will push that video more than someone who has 5,000 views but with a very poor retention rate. It's as simple as that. 500 views but with a high and strong retention. 5,000 views with a poor retention. YouTube will push this one more than this one. That is what the YouTube algorithm likes. That is what the YouTube algorithm is interested in. Not even your 5,000 views or 50,000 or 100,000 views, right? Because to get a view is just to have someone click. If someone clicks, that is a view. If 50,000 people clicks, you have 50,000 views. The question is, did the 50,000 persons watch your video from the beginning to the end? If it's a 10 minutes video, did the 50,000 persons watch 9 minutes of that video? Because if they don't watch that video that long, it's all bush, it's all crap. The YouTube algorithm isn't going to recommend that video that much, right? It will rather recommend someone whose views is low but has a longer retention, whose impression is high, the average view duration is high. That is what the algorithm loves. That is what YouTube loves. So now your take home should be, because this is your solution section, right? Your take home should be creating a video that someone will enjoy watching from the beginning to the end. 10 minutes, if that, as the case may be. 20 minutes at the case may be. 30 minutes at the case may be. Creating a video, having in mind, if you were to be the one to watch your own video, will you enjoy watching it from the beginning to the end? You have to sit back and ask yourself, will you enjoy watching it from the beginning to the very end? Would you enjoy your editing? Would you enjoy the things you say? How impactful is it? How insightful is it? How informative or educative is the stuff you're saying in your videos? How much of a solution are you bringing? Would you enjoy watching your own video for 10 straight minutes? So this is your take home. This is where your deliverance starts from. Making videos that people actually enjoy watching for long. Not just making videos or making thumbnails or titles that people can just click. Because if they click and in 10 seconds you're saying crap, they click away. The algorithm will frown at your video. It's as simple as that. A lot of persons are wondering why, but this is the why, and this is the reason. This is how to get it fixed. This is why your video dies with 10 views, 20 views. It's a great video. It's not about the length of the video. It's not about the length. I see a lot of creators making this mistake. They think since YouTube love long length, long form, they make 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 1 hour, 2 hours video. It's not about that. It's not about that. And when you also, as a YouTuber, as a small channel, you see people with 2 hours video and they have 500,000 views, your head is big. You're like, wow, this guy is cashing out. In most cases, they are not cashing out. They're not making a lot of money because a view is just a click. And if 1 million people click, they have seen the video. But did they watch the video to the end? That is what matters on YouTube. That's what matters. Because I would really like people to click. That's why I try to make good thumbnails, good titles, good curiosity based titles, right? I like them to click because it's like a package. If you don't like the content, the container, you will if the container rather is not appealing enough, a person wouldn't want to even buy the package so as to experience the content. So it is the packaging of the content, which is the container, that gives people the idea. What the fuck? So it is the packaging that gives people the idea to even want to experience the content, right? So if you've watched this video to this point, this is your take home. There is no any other magic, right? The only solution is think of ways to creating videos that people will enjoy watching for long, right? That is what is going to work, right? If they don't enjoy watching your videos for long, then you're just getting views, you're not keeping people on the platform. And YouTube algorithm frowns at that. It doesn't like that. Hence, it's not going to push your videos, it's not going to recommend your videos, right? So my name is Dimam. This is all I can take on this video. I don't like it to be too long. Meanwhile, if you want to learn how to train the algorithm to favor you, I have a lot of a whole video on that. I'm going to link it in the description, right? So see you on the next one, right? Ciao.